Okay, when we attach the wells, the first thing that you need to create this bevel. So if you notice, I'm holding it at an angle, and I'm using the back, the flat side of the scraper, to scrape off a section of the clay so it's not too thick, and then you're going to scratch it. You need to be able to scratch both sides before you attach it, okay? You need to really scratch into the clay so you have a good seam. Now remember, we're going for structurally sound. How do you attach the clay walls to make sure they're structurally sound? So I did start scratching this, but you'll see I need to bevel off some because there's too much clay when they meet each other. So I'm at an angle, and then now I'm really scratching it up good. I'm going to add some water, and then you pinch your walls. It's a little flimsy at first. You just really need to be patient, and you line up your walls, and it's really important that you pinch your walls together so that it creates a really good bond. Now, because you beveled, it's really thin, so you need to make sure that you are really squeezing so the point of contact is very secure. Just work your way all the way up the side. And then in the inside, you're going to use the blender and you're going to scrape the seam. You can get a little bit of water. I'm just going to make sure that nothing came undone. And then now, to make it structurally sound, I need to add a coil. So it's a little tricky to get the scraper in there, but you need to scratch both sides and scratch your coil. Add some water. Get your coil in. Now this coil is a little big. I should have made it a little bit smaller. But then you can't leave the coil that big, so you do need to blend. You need to blend it out. What you can see is that on the other side, my fingers are holding that seam because you can't be pushing on something that's not there. So what I did here is when I laid it down, it was a lot easier to blend out the sides, but I made a groove down the middle, and then I blended it on both sides, and then got a little water and blended. Okay, made it smooth. So making a crease, I'm just going to push it with my finger. There's lots of clay there. There, down the middle, and then go on one side, and then go on the other side. This now is a structurally sound wall. It is very, very secure. Those are the steps that you need to do. Whenever you do this, you always want to check again the outside because you're pressing. So you just squeeze back. Sometimes the walls pop open. Mine was because of pressure, so I just squeezed it back, got a little water on your fingers and blend it off. Sometimes it's because you didn't use enough water and it was too dry. So you just add water and you squeeze it back, you push it back together, and it's good. Okay? You have to check which way your walls go. This last step, I'm going to have it go even faster. It's just review for you. Remember, you need to bevel your edge, scratch both sides, add water, add a coil, blend the coil.
I was scared of dentists and the dark. I was scared of pretty girls and starting conversations. All my friends are turning green. Yeah, the magician's assistant in their dream. Oh, oh, and they come unstuck. Lady, running down to the riptide, taken away to the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. Is this movie that I think you like? This guy decides to quit his job and head to New York City. This cowboy